What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all call in tonight. Places and places people cheat at. You know what I'm saying? We ready to jump in. What's up? What's up, Mo? You lost your voice. Ah, man, you tripping. You ain't gonna call in. Girl ahead, girl, call in. We want to see what places and events where people cheat at. Let's talk about it. You know, All-Star Weekend was last weekend, so we know there's some cheating going on. What's good? What's good? Y'all you tripping. You ain't gonna call in. Girl ahead, girl, call in. You tripping. You ain't girl call in. We want to see what places and events where people cheat at. Let's talk about it. I'm posting it on my story, y'all, so we can get more people in here. Thank you, thank you. About to get started in a minute. I know my boy Mike in the building. Mo lost her voice. She get scared. Nah, I was like, you ain't scared, Mo. I'm just messing with you. We need you back, Mo. We miss you. We miss you, Mo. Come on back. We can't do the show without you, Mo. So we need you back in here, Mo. So what's up, Mike? You here?
Yeah, my dude, I'm up in the building. What's good?
All right. Tonight we're gonna talk about places and events where people cheat. You know, I know last weekend, All-Star Weekend, I seen a lot of upset people on social media about what their partner was doing on All-Star Weekend. So I thought this is a good weekend to talk about places and events where people cheat at. You know, just get that out in the open because, you know, the weather is breaking around the world and people about to start acting fucking funny. How you feel about that, Mike?
Man, ever since that stimulus came in, along on top of that tax season, which is the act season, so the stimulus is leaving niggas this.
Damn.
Well, it's coming down to that shit, man.
The stimulus leaving niggas this.
Yup. Get the stimulus, leaving niggas this, man. Like, that shit's crazy.
Damn.
Shit's crazy, yo, man. I know you saw some shit, but I saw some shit, and I did not like what I see. Like, all kinds of chicks, man, just fucking around on dudes. So hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and fuck with this dude, and chicks getting caught up, motherfuckers squealing on them and shit, taking pictures of Lamborghinis, coming back with expensive shit, just wilding out, mostly in Atlanta.
Yeah.
ATL All-Star Weekend, shit.
Yeah, All-Star Weekend was epic for a lot of cheating. A lot of times people lost their relationship that weekend. I tell you, I mean, I don't know if that was a real video or was that staged, but when old girl was like, I gotta go see my auntie for All-Star Weekend, and she talking about she's sick, but then she walking out of there late at night trying to drive down there. Then he said all your friends are on social media posting that they down there All Star. So, you know, it is what it is, but a lot of times I think I don't know. I mean, I know that shit happens. I done seen people have the craziest excuses when certain weekends come up. And even in my little neighborhood, my little city, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people bring up the most and shit. So how you feel about that? You know, did you see that video I'm talking about?
Which one, man? There was like several. There was like one where the chick was saying her auntie was sick.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. You seen that one?
The one where she was taking pictures in a Lamborghini and then another nigga's Rolls Royce.
I ain't see that one.
Oh my God! Nah, we must be talking about. So I guess it must have been multitudes of videos of different people fucking around, man. The one that I saw, this chick, she was pretty fine. She was like, man, you know, my auntie's sick. He was like, really, your auntie's sick? You sure about that? She said, yeah, you know, she was sick and everything like that. And I just had to go see it, man. I just had to go see it. He said, so wait a minute. You telling me that you're sick? You coming down, dressed down. But what the fuck is this? He over here, he was like, you know, your friends on your social media, and that's not all what they saw, right? So I'm connected to your friends that's on social media, and this is what they're showing me. The chick had her hair done up. She didn't look like nothing when she came back home, though. But her hair was done up. She was dressed all nice and fucking taking pictures inside some other dude's Lambo. I know it couldn't have been a homegirl's Lambo, but she was taking pictures inside another dude's Lambo. And she was in a Rolls Royce.
Damn.
People that got money, and she's coming back giving him like a pair of shoes on some like forgiveness shit to come back home.
Nah, hell no. That's crazy. I ain't seen that part, but I ain't seen that video. Was that the same chick that said she wanted to go to Atlanta for her auntie?
There was several ones. She was dressed in gray or no?
You said what?
Was she dressed in a gray like tracksuit?
Nah, this a different chick.
Oh, nah, that was one. And then the other one, this dude got so emotional, he wanted to go over there and tell her off or tear her off, whichever one. She looked at him with a straight face and told him, I need to go to Atlanta. I need to go to All-Star Weekend in Atlanta. I need to go. He said, yo, I thought you said you love me. You want to go out there to go fuck around? She was like, but this is just something I got to do. So it must be like the fucking Pied Piper playing the pipe, because these mouse chicks, they running around, they doing it all. They cheating on them and all.
I seen a video and a dude in a college dorm, and his girl was like, I gotta go out all 3 nights, and then he went crazy, and he ran down the hall chasing her, and his boy had to grab her or some shit.
Yeah, like, the boy had to grab him. He had to grab him because I think he was so emotional, so hurt at what she told him to his face. Even though she said that she loved him, he wanted to hurt her. He was getting real emotional. Like, I mean, I know how the dude felt. He was like, nah, man, no. Like, he was telling her how he felt. But then the other chick, when he asked her, so what was you doing in another individual's car if you had to go down there if your auntie was sick? So you spent the whole week out there and you coming back with a pair of shoes? He said, hold on, let me think about it. Just leave the shoes here. Leave the shoes here. He was like, leave the shoes here. You know, go ahead, let's go get out. You ain't staying here tonight. Go leave the shoes here. I'll think about it. And then after that, he was like, psych, bitch, you ain't coming back, and just closed the door, right, and locked it right behind her. Kept the shoes.
Damn. I think that was a joke skit though, maybe.
$2,000 pair of shoes?
I don't know, dog. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. You gotta send me the video, bro. We gotta go from there.
On Facebook. That shit was on the whole next.
Oh shit! I'm dropping shit.
Wilding out, getting drunk, want to hang out with a couple of ballers and all stars and shit like that. So you know they're gonna go ahead and try their hand. That's hyperbole at its best, right there.
That's cool. But let's get started, man. I don't know. Big Rich is out there on the airways. He gonna call in. Mo talking about she lost her voice. What was you doing most though you lose your voice in the first place?
She lost that all-star weekend through. You know what I mean?
She was out there all-star screaming. All right, so we gonna I got a little list. We'll break it down and we'll go through there where people, you know, most likely cheat at, you know what I'm saying? And I think the first place, you know, well, it ain't the first, I'm not even gonna say it's the first place. The most common place I believe people cheat or have an opportunity to cheat is at work. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people be at work. They, you know, you don't supposed to eat where you. I mean, you don't supposed to eat where you shit at. So, you know, sometimes you don't supposed to get laid where you paid at. So, you need to come on the panel, girl. Stop playing. Anyway, work. So work is one of the main places I feel like where people shouldn't have romantic relationships, but it happens. But it could fuck your whole world up, you know, by working at a place and cheating on somebody. So how you feel about the job thing, man? You know, people be cheating at the job. You know, do you see this common where you at, Mike, or what?
Yeah, man, it's NBA, man, where it go down. But I've actually been in situations where I was dealing with someone, and then that shit didn't work out, and I kind of regretted it. This is like years back, though. You can't shit when you eat because if shit doesn't work out over there, you getting money over there, and you got to see this individual every day, then there's going to be a lot of tension flaring, and you're going to regret it. Because, I mean, if this person really want to get revenge on you, or they could take it one time to bring that, you know, no shit when you eat, unless they work in a whole other division, and even then, that shit get complicated. I've seen motherfuckers get fired because they were fucking around with in the person that had a high position, and they couldn't think with their big head instead of the little one. They were thinking with the little head, and that's how they got caught up. They could get called sexual harassment, all kinds of shit. When they be fucking around, come to find out the dude was married. His wife showed up, came in, found out what was going on, started that drama, fights in the hallway and shit. And after that, nigga got fired, man. His whole life flashed before his eyes. No more getting paid $100,000 or nothing. He was an executive.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that workplace cheating is something you see every day. I think human resource deal with that on a regular basis. I know a guy that tried to approach a couple women not too long ago at a different account. And I heard about it. He damn near approached 2 women in the same day, giving his number, and they both turned his ass in HR. Like, he had a girl at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, you know, a lot of times people be going in at work looking for some ass, man. I mean, you be putting them hours in, but damn, bro, you got to, like I said, get your money. Don't worry about a woman, or vice versa. You know, sometimes women will be guilty as this. They'll say they have a work husband. You know what I mean? They have a dude that they, flirt around with and play with at work. But then at the same time, they got their real husband at the crib. I know multiple women that play around like that at work. Even right now to this day. You know, have you ever heard that? Women be like, that's my work husband. You heard that, Mike?
Run that back?
Now I say, have you heard of women saying, I got a work husband and then I got my husband at home?
Oh, yeah. I've seen that happen. But you also got to remember when they say they got a work husband or whatever like that, she ain't loyal to you, man. That's everybody's girl right there, bro. You gotta let that go. They talking about they got a work husband, and they, a lot of people be thinking they be joking, but that shit ain't no joke, man. People need to wake up and take that seriously. She not yours. She that work person's girl. That's her job.
Yeah, that work husband is a big one, but that's all I really want to say about the work. But just like I said, don't don't shit where you eat. That's the saying. Shit, don't shit where you eat. Where you get your money, try to keep it professional. I know it'd be hard because I ain't fell victim of this shit myself. I'll say I did it. I say you're a victim if you get fired from your job because you were dealing with somebody, but I didn't deal with somebody at the job before, so it ain't no good. It ain't no good thing when the breakup comes. Somebody gonna be in their feelings at the end. Let's just be real with it. But that's one, you know, and really seeing a woman at work all the time, that's some shit that you shouldn't want to see all 24/7. You go home, you see her, you at the work, you see her. Nobody wants to see that shit all damn day. But that's one. All right, so number two, and I really wish Catherine to call in. She said she was gonna call in, but we'll see. Guys and girls trips. Now this is a big one. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, it goes. I think guys are more. I think we don't like guys trips when we with a woman, but women they'll do that shit if they in a relationship. But nah, I wish, like I said, I wish a woman was on here to defend the women, but I don't want to come at the women like that without a woman on here. But guys and girls trips. I mean, I've been a part of that guy on a regular trip with my guy, and I was single, and girls was going buck fucking wild, and you could tell they was in an entourage of like a wedding party, or you could just tell they had rings and they didn't care, bro. They was coming at me, grabbing on my arm. Like, I didn't witness this shit in Vegas or witness shit in other places when women do the most on these girls trips. And I ain't gonna say, you know, it's all about trust anyway, but we just talk about where people cheat at. You know, I know some people that won't even look your way cheating. I experienced women that be faithful too, but I done definitely seen women that cheat on girls trips. How you feel about girls and guys trips?
I mean, it's different for the fellas depending on what they want to do and how they carry themselves. You'll notice the ones that value their relationships, and you'll notice the ones that I guess they ain't shit in their relationships. Because I've been in the same position when I traveled out of the country. I had one on a what they call that, a yacht trip.
Yeah.
Over there in fucking in the Caribbean and shit, Jamaica. And man, like when they get on that ship, and it's like it mainly be in the after hours, you be seeing some of these people having rings on their fingers, and their husbands ain't come with them on that trip, and they just go in there, they do whatever they do, and then they just walk off, and they die with that fucking secret, not knowing that their man is at home, and they just doing whatever out there overseas. I feel kind of sorry for those kind of dudes, because they don't even know what's actually going on. For the women that do cheat, and for the fellas that do cheat, I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. You know, if I say, I'm gonna say it like this: if you got a significant other and they taking trips out on you like that, you ain't taking trips together, then you know what I'm saying. You always gotta have an open mind like that. But maybe on their end, they do what they do, and maybe when the wife is away doing what she's doing, the fellas, you know, they back at home doing what they want to do too. So it's like a double-edged sword, man. But then again, why be in a fucking relationship if that's gonna go down like that anyway?
Yeah. Committed relationships supposed to have some rules, and that girls and guy trip shit, man. Like, you know, a lot of people argue it because they want how they cake and eat it too. But be honest, I mean, it depends what the trust level is and where the temptation is. Because just like your boy Kanye West, how you gonna trust a nigga in a room full of hoes? You feel me? Like, it's just like putting an alcoholic behind a bar and say, "Can you serve me a drink?" He gonna be drinking. He ain't gonna be fucking serving shit. So you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, it's all about environment. You can't be in a certain environment and expect to get different results, or expect even if you don't do nothing, you still bring tension in a relationship when you go on a long ass girls trip or guys trip, especially if it's event based and it's all temptation. Temptations is a motherfucker. Like, you gotta learn how to conquer temptation before you feel like you're gonna be in a committed relationship. So that was number two. Go ahead.
Remind me of Captain Whitaker, bro. You seeing that liquor that once that fridge opened up, it was over.
Facts. All right. So the next one I have on my list is the gym. So how you feel about the gym, man? Like, you know, I remember this is a story time. I was working out, me and my homeboy was working out, man, and this woman kept walking around the track and just kept staring, and I'm looking like, damn, what's up? So I go talk to the lady, you know what I'm saying? You know, she cool and shit. She a little bit older than me. I think I was at 25 at the time. She probably was about 32, 31. And man, before you know it, man, we went from talking from the gym to following me back to my place, from her getting in the shower, from me getting in the shower, and it's going down, bro. Like literally from the gym, bro. And the sad part about it is afterwards, I really did. I think she gave me a number, but it was a fake number, bro. And then I couldn't even get in touch with the chick. So then later, like maybe a couple weeks later or a month and a half later, I seen her at Kroger's and shit with a motherfucking kids, a rock on her finger, and a dude. No lie, no bullshit, bro.
Holy shit.
So like I literally got like I met a chick at the gym and she literally was like ready for a one night stand from the gym. And a couple months later, I seen her out with her husband and her kids, bro.
Wow.
So that's crazy though. So do you feel like, well, I know you, have you seen like women that actually or men that's looking to cheat from the gym?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially like if you know you on your shit, you come into the gym a lot. I've seen so far about 3 chicks in my gym at night. But I rarely see a lot of in shape women over there. You rarely see that. But when they do be in there and they see, you know, a dude that stays in shape, that comes in there often, that has like a muscular tone to him, instead of being like overweight and obese, she's gonna stay around him a couple of times and wonder, who is he? What is he into? Or, you know, does he have any kids? What does he do? And can I conquer him? That's what that whole shit is.
Hold on real quick. We got a call coming in, bro. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's good, sir?
This Tate, right?
Yeah, this thing, you don't know my name? You don't know my number, bro?
I'm just fucking with you. I just want everybody to know who's in the building, you know. I'm gonna let Mike finish talking and then we'll have you chime in on what's going on.
No, I'm good, bro. You can pass that on, you know.
All right, so if you're on the other stream, we live on Stack 44 on YouTube. If you want to come over here and join in and even make a call, you can call the panel and add to the panel. So now we got Catherine coming in. Let's see. I know everybody knows about heart, huh? What's up?
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, shit. What's up, y'all?
What's up, Catherine? What's up, Big Mike?
What's up? What's going on with y'all? Come on, Cat.
Catherine been hiding from us, y'all.
No, I haven't, y'all. I've been out, been out of the scene, but I'm back now.
See, she out in the scene, chasing those cheaters. All right, so since y'all didn't join the panel, we talking about places and events where people cheat. We started with the work. We started talking about when people cheat at work. We started about cheating, people cheating on girls and guys trips. Now we talking about the gym. And I just gave a story about when I met a woman and I took her home from the gym, and literally later, like a month and a half later, I seen her at a grocery store with her husband and her kids. So, I mean, I know the cheating go on in the gym, but do y'all got? I'm gonna start with Catherine. You got any stories about people cheating at work, or you know, you see people doing the most on girls trips, or women doing the most on girls trips?
Well, absolutely, definitely at work and at the gym. I know a couple of people that that I work with that was dealing with like bosses, like they supervisors and everything. So that's very common in the workplace, and it's also common in the gym, especially if you have a personal trainer. Those personal trainers really you can get involved. I know people that got involved with their personal trainers. I've heard stories where the personal trainer be married and they get involved with the person that they training with, and I done seen it go real bad too.
Damn. So what about, you ain't seen any what about like trips and shit, girls trips? You seen women get it in there?
I've heard stories about it, yeah.
Was they married, or they was like girlfriend, boyfriend shit?
I had some friends that got it on, and they went on their girls trip, and they were married. Like going to Jamaica or somewhere. I've heard that. And I've heard stories of a girl say, well, I don't know if it's true or whatever, but they felt like their husband, if they went out, that they cheated on them while they went, out with their, homeboys or whatever on a trip.
Damn.
So, yeah.
All right, Tate. You gotta catch up now, Tate. So we got the work, the girls, guys trip, and the gym. You any stories about any three of those places?
Of course. I mean, I don't know if the listeners know, but I also DJ. So, I mean, yeah, I just seen married women come to the club, get basically ran through and went right back home to their husbands. I done seen, supervisors have, flings with, employees. I done seen people in different departments have little flings. They kind of got caught in the act. I mean, for trips, same difference whether you're married, kicking with single people, kicking with married folks. That's male and female alike. I done seen Karen use stuff, and I say Karen's not just like men, but like men and women. On a business trip, and kind of do some other stuff. Some trying some people change, whichever way you want to call it. And put like this: if it's in you, you're gonna do it. There's nothing that's gonna stop it. So and that's the male and female in life.
So the temptation is real, huh?
The shit is real. They got a song, man. My man, I think his name was Tyrone Davis. It's called "Cheating in the Next Room." Talking softly on the telephone, making plans to go be bad. It's the lyrics, bro. And the bad part, this is back in the days when it's 60s, 70s type of Jones. So you already know by now. You can order up a chick or order up a dude. All you have to do is say, "Hey, I'm out of town on work," or "Hey, I'm doing this. Where y'all at?" And there you go.
Yeah, and that's another thing I didn't put on the list, but I'm gonna add that. I'll put that in my head. We'll talk about that in a second. But we got Big Rich that just joined the line. What's going on, Big Rich?
What it is, man. What it is.
You been chiming in, you been listening, or you know where we at on this topic?
Yeah, man. I've been listening. You talking about to go down.
Hold on. I think we got Camilla calling in. Let's add her to it. Make sure y'all turn down y'all YouTube too.
Hello?
Yeah, turn down your YouTube too. If y'all got it up. My bad. Big Rich.
I don't even have it on, but I was watching it on my phone.
All right.
Like I said, more people.
Let me let Big Rich say what you're saying, Camilla, before you come in. I'll come to you when I'm ready. What you saying?
Man. Well, you know what I'm saying. I done seen it in all kinds of ways, man, in my life, man, and it does. So
what about the workplace, Big Rich? How you seen? You got any stories about the workplace cheating?
Oh yeah, I was an idiot for a long time, man. I would shit where I eat, and it don't never really turn out good, man, at all. I suggest I don't partake in that kind of thing, man. If you like your job and you want your job and want it to be smooth, because it ain't. Even if you think that it's something cool and it's gonna keep on going, it always comes to an end, and it don't never end good, man. So just leave that alone. As far as cheating altogether, but it's at the workplace, you'll never get down like that at the workplace, man. But I had to learn my lesson the hard way when I was younger with that.
All right. What about girls and guys trips?
Well, you know what I'm saying? It don't. I heard Catherine talk about it. When she heard from somebody, she heard from a girl. Catherine, you ain't never been on no girl trip?
Me?
Yeah, I don't want to hear about what you heard.
Said Catherine.
You have been on girl trip before. You know what's cracking.
Man, I had, well...
No, he's talking to Catherine. My bad.
I was going to put my input. Like, for me as a woman, as a young woman myself, I never, and one thing was my own perspective. It says, my dad said, when we had that conversation, we had a good conversation yesterday, but I was out to him. He said, no real man like myself is not going to like a girl or like a person, like a girl or a female
who just all around with their friends every day. So that's why I travel by myself. I do things by myself because a real man don't want a real man don't want a woman who's just out here, just always being with their girls, because that's what the problem is. That's where all the cheating playing around comes from. So that's why I don't engage in much in females. I don't even have female friends as myself. So I just stay in the corner and take care of my business. And then when a real man want a real woman, then he already know he got me, because I'm a God-fearing woman, and that's just going. If he's looking for that, if someone's coming my way in the future or something, and I already will know that for a fact.
Okay. Hey, Catherine.
Yes, I was on mute. I'm sorry, I was trying to get back to the phone, but
Right,
I'm like her. I honestly haven't been on no girls trips because I'm like that too. I don't have a lot of female friends, so if I do stuff, I'm solo dolo. I do it on my own. I don't do it with nobody else. If you want to know, have I done something like that?
So you just cheat with yourself then?
I go. Ain't nobody gonna know about it. Nobody else don't know, just me.
Because you know what, sweetheart? You know what? It's better to let me just tell you my whole thing what my grandmother told me. Because when she died, she said, when you get this real man in your life and when you get things to pop and everything, keep your female friends away from your fucking man, because that's when things start growing up. And I believe it.
Absolutely, I agree.
That's the problem.
I so agree.
Single women.
My observation, what I noticed, y'all, is that for the chicks that can't get a man, or they have an issue with keeping a man once they get one, if they know that a good woman, she's got herself a good man, she's gonna try to do shit to fuck it up with her. That way she can get him.
Mm-hmm. Single women keep women single. You heard me, Mike?
What happened? Run that back?
I said single women keep other women single.
Yeah, that's fact. All the time, yo.
All right. So yeah.
They let it go on too. Okay.
So any of y'all? Rich. You know anything about the cheating at the gym?
Oh man, yes sir, man. Yes sir, man. I done had all the food rounds, man, at World Gym, at Iron World. I had everywhere, man. At Planet Fitness, everywhere it goes down in the gym, man. And I didn't get no personal trainers neither. It's just that's
Hey, Camille, we gonna come to you in a second. We go around and ask everybody, so don't just jump in, please. We'll come right back to you, Camille. Let him say something real. Let him finish saying his point, please.
No, I'm just saying, man, it goes down, and the better you get in shape, when they see you in there all the time, week after week after week, it goes down, man. It don't matter. It's been times, man, where I've seen them come in there with their old man, and they coming in there by themselves at different times than they used to come in there. And if they choose and they make the choice, man, and they do it.
Okay.
It ain't no stopping it.
All right, Camille, what you got? You got any stories about anybody cheating from the gym?
I mean, do I have any? I mean, it can be. I mean, honestly, it can be, because women, us females, like for me, that's why I don't have no sports bras, because when they see when them girls have those sports bras, here come cheat, here come these selfies, here come selfies, putting them on the thing. They don't really work out. I can see that because I'm very athletic myself. They just sit there and take selfies right in the freaking mirror.
So they thirst trapping. So you saying they thirst trapping in the gym?
That's called cheating right there, playing around. And then next thing they put on their selfies, well, I was at the gym doing something because my boo or somebody didn't want to come with me, whatever, and then they draw attention.
Yep, he get that full body workout when he got his back turned. Ain't even burning calories.
Not even burning nothing.
All right. So the next thing on my list is while we pretty much here, All-Star weekend, and pretty much I'm gonna say All-Star is a little bit different than Super Bowl, but All-Star weekend and boxing match. I mean, I've been to Floyd Mayweather weekends and shit. I've been to All-Star. I just seen, you know, like this past week, we seen all kind of stuff on the internet. I seen women talking about my boyfriend was cheating on me, and I got left in Atlanta. Go fund me some money so I can get back home to my baby. I seen all kind of shit this week on YouTube and on social media. I'm gonna start with Big Tate right now on this one. How you feel about these events like All-Star or boxing matches, Tate? Do you feel like they be thirst trapping or what be going? Cause I feel like hypergamy be at its ultimate high for women when you go have these events because these rich men are there.
That hypergamy comes from.
Hey, Camille, you gotta talk in turn. I'm going to certain people. I'm gonna come to you. Everybody get a chance to talk. So let me go to Tate, please.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to think about it. The NBA, the boxing, whoever else is making millions of dollars from these events. What do you think that's going to draw? It's going to draw people who's flocking not for the sake of the event, but they go in there because they know who they're. They know the people who got bread and who's trying to have a good time. And so, yeah, all those events. I mean, I don't care if it is, like you say, it ain't even Super Bowl. It is Super Bowl. A lot of the reason why that don't go the way because there's only one game. Like the All-Star weekend with the basketball, you got all types of events going on at the same time in that same weekend. But yeah, that's gonna draw everybody. I mean, it was 6 to left 8 dudes, like you said, to go down there just to go trip. Let's just call it what it is. You're really going to trip.
Facts.
You yourself out there on the damn on the corner.
Facts.
It's cool because it takes two, right?
Yeah.
You gotta be a trick, but then you gotta be the trick to get rid of money to go down there and do the shit. So, I mean, it goes both ways, you know? I mean, hey, like I say, if you're gonna do it, be good at it, and don't get mad if somebody call you out there on the floor for it.
Facts. Catherine, how you seen hypergamy at this ultimate high with like all-star events, anything like that, boxing matches, stuff like that?
I'm sure it happens because you got to think about it. If y'all really think about this, anywhere where there's liquor and people having a good time and enjoying and people, you know, drinking and whatever else they do, some of them popping pills, they doing everything, that shit don't happen. It's the environment. You get around, men and women get together, people ain't thinking about that shit when you know, you drunk or you high, you doing whatever, they doing this type of stuff. So yeah, I'm sure it does. I haven't experienced it because I've never been to no All-Star weekend or anything like that. But I'm sure it happens all the time because it's probably liquor and drugs or some type involved. So yeah.
So do you feel like women get a little different when they see a man on a different stature? Like, you know, like Tate said, like NBA guys bring money. Like Floyd Mayweather bring people with money to these events. So you do think women is trying to level up and get a better choice of guy for that weekend, or they just want to have that experience? Say, I'll fuck with this guy that drive this Rolls Royce or this Lambo, or was at this mansion with the girls partying with Rick Ross and whoever. Is it more of a clout thing, or is it more just that's just what they want to do anyway?
Both. I think it goes both ways. Some of them just do it for clout, and some of them out there doing it just, you know, because that's just what they do. Okay.
All right, Camille, how you feel about this, Camille? About like All-Star? I know All-Star was in LA 3 years ago. I don't know if you went out.
I know everything about LA. I live out here. That is all for clout. It's all for show and shit. Validation. That's all I can say.
Oh, that's all you can say. Validation. All right.
Yeah, it's all for validation.
Okay. All right.
I know about my city.
She said she know about LA. It's all about. Hey, my homeboy from LA, he ain't on the line tonight, but he live in LA. He all right. He could tell you too. So, Mike, what you got, Mike? And I'll go to Rich last.
Man, that shit is deep. You know, these chicks, they do it just like Camille said. You know, straight up for attention, validation. They want the status from other people to somehow come up, and depending on that man's status, you know, I think more or less she leaves the back door open so that it opens up opportunities for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on how she plays it, she might be on that Cinderella shit, hoping to bag Prince Charming, and, you know, as they say, if you come in from a different status, this isn't fucking Disney. No dude who has a status that's high up there, me personally, in my opinion, that has money like that is gonna fuck with a chick with no money, because then he's gonna lose his money. He's gonna fuck with a chick that has his money, and at the end of the day, when it's all over, he's gonna broom her to the side and keep it pushing, because he's already up there. I mean, what's them setting the difference between a person who has all their shit together but a person that doesn't have as much as that person who definitely got all his shit together? He's not really going to be bothered at the end of the day. So when they do it for a one-time thing, and they say, okay, you got yours, I got mine, you out of here. Nice knowing you. I'll see you some other time. Go fuck off, and I'm moving forward.
All right, Big Rich, what you got on All-Star Weekend and Hyperbia at its ultimate high?
Man, I've heard that it goes down a whole lot, man. I've never been to an All-Star Weekend, and it's sad to say, regretfully, I've never been to a major fight weekend exposition, man, because I would like to experience that. But I've heard all kind of stories that go down with it, man. But as far as large gatherings, not on that scale, but I've been to a couple of the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classics, man, in Columbus, man, and it was going down there. Not, because bodybuilders don't have that kind of money that basketball players or a professional boxer would have, and it's that, but it went down a whole lot, man. I went a couple of years, man. It was it was an event.
Yeah, well,
I partook a lot. I got tired of a whole lot.
Well, guess what, Big Rich? Next year, Cleveland is hosting the All-Star game, so you get to see Hyperbia right in your backyard.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. 2022 is in Cleveland.
Hold on. Don't act like Cleveland ain't never seen the All-Star game, because when Kobe was a rookie, it was in Cleveland.
I ain't saying they ain't seen one. I'm just saying what's about to happen next year.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, no, hey, Cleveland, hey, listen, when Brown was there, and like, here's the thing, right? We have to make only these big events. Dude, if you got casinos, if y'all got lounges, bars, if you get, like, I remember, like, I know you live in Indianapolis, so y'all got, like, the Circle City Classic, y'all got HBCUs, anything that y'all people who out picnic, this shit gonna go down.
Yeah, we know that.
It don't matter. Listen, it's already in the people.
Mm-hmm.
Like we try to act like just because the money is involved, I think it brings out a different element. I think it brings out the more, let's call it the more professional, like, yo, we want to get this shit type of shit, because they already know what they're coming for. They want to be seen, and they like I think what you said, they try to make themselves be something else. Like, you're trying to get your status up. So, yeah, but all these events go do the same thing. Hell, I'm in a photography. We say we got a step show or something going on in the yard, though. Same thing. Whether it's college, whether it's, professional, whether it's not professional. It's just some cats just kicking.
Yeah.
Hell, I know some cats who throw like a cookout, and trust and believe, it goes down in the hood like that, too. So, I don't think it's really necessarily about the event. I think the money does kind of influence the more people to come out. But at the same time, man, listen, everybody got to eat. Whether you at home or you out on town, you know what I'm saying? You trying to eat.
Yeah, I feel you, but I got what you're saying, but I know exactly what you're saying, but I want to generalize each category, because at the end of the day, if we ended right now with you, we done with the whole damn live stream. We just gonna go where we see it at, Tate. We know it's everywhere now. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing like the Freaknik, though.
Oh yeah, Freaknik.
Back in the day.
Woodstock tore Freaknik up. Freaknik was like some old in the backyard type shit. Woodstock was totally different, bro. But that's the difference between races and demographics.
Facts. I'm telling y'all, we gonna get down on the list on everything y'all talking about. So let's just keep the list going and we'll talk about it. The next thing is, I'll say social media. Now, to me,
that's a major thing right there.
All right, come on, calm down, girl. You gotta let me go ahead and talk, say what I want to say, then I'm gonna come to y'all. Calm down now, calm down. Matter of fact, Camille, after I say what I'll say, we'll come to you first. All right, let me finish. All right, social media. I add social media and dating apps because a lot of times people use social media for when they do go on these events. What happens is you let your girl go on a girls trip. Let's say she goes on a go to the Super Bowl or something, or go to All Star. She meets guys from different cities. Then she goes on this girls trip. She already got the link from the fucking social media that she know a dude in this city that you don't even know. So social media kind of links people all across the world to link up. And then the dating app thing does, you can like not even be on the dating app while you locally, but then when you go out of town, you can just jump on Tinder, POF, and be, looking for vultures that want to slide in your DM. So Camille, I'm coming to you now. Who over there drinking something, man? Put yourself on. I hear ice and everything. You got to put yourself on mute. But Camille, what you got on this on the social media thing?
Man, I'm seeing this every day, especially with these single mothers, these young single moms too. I see every day. I see these females my age post selfies. They want a chin and everything, but when they in a relationship, when they dating somebody and everything, they still want to keep their options open for nothing. This is lead people on and say, well, I'm not in a relationship. Well, I'm not dating that person, and knowing that they are. So that's the thing. That's the thing with social media. You know, out of the whole situation, it's 90%. It's 90% that when someone's in a relationship, yeah, your partner is on your follower list and following list, but at the end of the day, there's gonna be 9 out of all. After all, you gonna see one thing that guy ain't gonna never like her picture, because the reason why that guy don't never like that picture is because he already in a relationship with her. So they let the simps and betas do all that commenting and liking and everything. I see it.
All right.
It's hardly rare because take it from me, when I was young, when I was dating, my ex, long time ago, my ex-boyfriend, he didn't even like my photos. So when I had an Instagram, back in the time, but then at the same time, that's how it goes. But when you're in a relationship, I don't know. You just let the betas and Sims comment.
Yeah.
But I see it every day. They draw too much attention, so they can act like, well, I'm not in a relationship when no damn well they cheat.
All right. Catherine, what you got on social media cheating or dating app cheating? Have you seen people use their dating app like for cheating? Hey, if you call them restricted, I'm not answering restricted calls. So whoever try to call in restricted, if you come in from the other stream, we on Stack 44 or YouTube. But yeah, my bad, Catherine. What you got on social media cheating?
I don't know a lot from the female aspect. I'm not saying women don't do it, but I do know that men do it. They have they're married. A lot of men are married and on social media trying to hook up with women and on dating apps, and they have a whole woman at home, and they still trying to do it more than once. They do it for hookups, and I've had guys like inbox me and say they, that they looking for another woman to like join in with them and their wife, like they have an open relationship. So it's all kind of stuff out here.
It's called a third party.
Yeah, they looking for somebody to just come in, like she said, the third party in there. So shit. Yeah.
Mike, what you got on this social media and this dating app cheating?
And the social media and dating app, like, they do that shit for attention. And I'm gonna be real with you. I had dealt with that situation before where a chick was trying to get with me, but the whole thing is, I looked at her profile and I said, wait a minute, hold up. I looked at your profile, honey, and it says relationship status complicated. What the fuck you mean about that? She was just like, well, what you mean? I'm like, I'm not in a relationship, but I could potentially be in one. I was like, click. Like, I don't play that shit. I'm not fucking around with that shit. Like, some of them, they'll do that. It's on some sneak shit. They want to fuck around, but they want that attention, that validation already when the next nigga lined up, just in case that nigga that she with fucks up. She already got another one lined up, another 2, another 3, same thing, vice versa. Just like you said, tax season is tax season, and when they get that stimulus, niggas get less this. You know what I'm saying? Simple shit.
Big Rich, what you got, man, on this social media?
I really like that comment. I like that statement because it's so true. It is so true.
All right, Big Rich, what you got, man?
Oh man, Stack, I'm too old, man.
So y'all ain't fuck with the social media, huh?
You know what I'm saying? YouTube is my social media, but I've heard it go down. I mean, I'm not naive to the fact that, people mess with it a whole lot and all that. They say them dating apps, or I don't know what people be doing, DMs or whatever they call them, man. But I don't even know what they are, what they do, or even mess with it, man. So I ain't got no personal experience.
Okay. All right, Tate, what you got, man?
Hey, man, if my man Yo Gotti got a song from what goes down in the DM, that shit is a damn epidemic. I mean, it is what it is, right? I think, if we all be honest, regardless, if you were like a millennial, social media wasn't what it is today, but it's always been around us, right? Like, we had Black Planet, we had AOL, it's like AIM, the instant messenger. We always had a way to get in contact with people. You know what I'm saying? I just think nowadays, people had exploited that joint where it was just like people went from talking to like now, you realize hooking up with people who you really don't know. But I mean, it is what it is, right?
So, like, a lot of times I don't think people realize, like, social media, like, it keeps you in contact with your, like, people you might have a crush on when you was in high school or college, stuff like that. That's the dangerous part about social media, I think, too, is that you can always go back to your past, and some people want to relive their past, or some people got that crush they never got over. If you remember Power, when Ghost, he was pretty much unfinished business with Angela, and that allowed him to lose sight of his 3 kids and his wife because of that thing they had back in the day. And now social media is pretty much a main thing of you can go back and relive that moment of that crush you had in high school and shit like that. So that's another thing, another aspect of social media cheating that people don't think about, because as soon as you run into the rough patch with your husband or your wife, you got all these motherfuckers in your DM or people on your Facebook hitting you up like, what's up? You know what I mean? And we feed the ego, and we feel like, oh, I deserve better. I deserve this. And you think the grass is greener on the other side, and you go fuck with somebody from your past. And I think that's another thing that social media does to destroy relationships, is people feel like they could venture back to the past, like Back to the Future type shit. So that
I need to pass what the past is. It's like you fuck up one time. If you fuck up one time, I'm fucking done. I'm done. You strike one, you out. It ain't gonna be no strike 2, no strike 3.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general though. Now we just saying in general speaking though.
Yeah, I know.
But all right, so we're gonna move on to the next one. And it's funny, Big Rich, I'm gonna have him start off with it because he talked about the Freaknik, but I'm talking about the new Freaknik right now is pretty much Mardi Gras. Like, if you were in a relationship and your girl go to Mardi Gras or your man go to Mardi Gras, you stay at home, you're gonna get cheated on. I mean, it goes down at Mardi Gras. It goes down at the Freakniks. How you feel about this, Rich? If your significant other leave you at home and they going to Mardi Gras or Freaknik?
Oh, I don't have a significant other after that, bro. I mean, she can go. I ain't got no problem with it because I'm not gonna try to convince you not to do something you want to do. Go ahead and go. I mean, it'll possibly change when you get back, though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and I've heard of Mardi Gras before. Matter of fact, my brother and sister have both been to Mardi Gras. They tell me what kind of wild time it is down there, man. But never been myself. But yeah, hey, they do whatever they want to do, man. But you can't come back here.
All right, Catherine, what you got? Catherine, you got anything on Mardi Gras? Or I know you got some friends live in Louisiana. You told me, so she might go to Mardi Gras. You any stories about Mardi Gras? You heard Freaknik?
I've never been to the Mardi Gras, but I know I was in Houston, so the Kappa was real big. I actually met my first husband at the Kappa, and it did go down for that. You know, that's how we met, and you know, we had our little experience there. And I mean, everybody get down, so yeah. That's kind of like the Freaknik or whatever for us in Houston was that Kappa. We used to have it every year. Then they took their name off of it. So, yeah, so it was big. And yeah, they do it. So yeah, and I did it. So I know that, yeah, you can do, but I wasn't in a relationship now. I met, like I said, I went there and yeah, I did meet my husband and we, you know.
So y'all got in that weekend, huh?
Yes, we sure did. Yes, we did.
All right. Camille, what you got? You got anything on anything like a Freaknik or Mardi Gras, any event that's special in LA? I know it go down every day in LA, but anything that brings the freaks out, really?
All I can tell you is, now it's a 90% today, and I did a little scale today for LA. It's 90% in LA. There are a lot of times people are like, from that comment that she said, people are not in a relationship but out here doing what they want to do. And then when they lose somebody good in their life, they have a good partner. They got a good solid partner. They fucked up once, they fucked up again. I see a lot of people out here in LA do the same thing, especially these young single mothers. I ain't trying to bash them, but I see them all the time.
All right.
They use people from LA. They use people for financial security and financial support.
Okay.
Out here.
Hey Tate, I know Tate, you're a pledge man, an alpha. So what type of events? You know, I know Mardi Gras. I don't know if you've been to Mardi Gras, but you've been in anything that like set off that all the freaks come out.
Once again, yeah, I'm an alpha, so any like homecoming, homecoming. Oh, dude,
that's a good one.
Yeah, that shit is just ridiculous. I hear Catherine talking about the Kappa. I'm thinking that the Galveston Kappa party, if I'm not mistaken. Heard a lot about that. But yeah, put like this. Everybody got something to bring out all the freaks. In Philly, they used to have a Greek picnic. And it was so big. Even Will Smith rapped about the joke when he talked about the summertime. He talking about everybody used to go to the plot where everybody used to go. That's where it went down in Philly.
Right.
Like it goes. Everybody got something where it brings everybody out, man. Like there's not a place or a city or a town that don't got it. Or if you don't have it in your town, maybe the next town over has. You close to something.
So is that you think that's a hard pass weekend for a relationship, or you should be expected to be cheated on when that shit come to your town?
Here's the thing, right? If you're in a relationship, why the fuck are you going outside of your relationship?
Facts.
That's just what it is.
Facts.
That's how all people are right now. Like they
No. That's not all. There's people who don't care about value their relationships. I think most people on this panel would say we value our relationships. And like, let me say, I'm single right now, right? But if I got somebody who's solid, man, I heard them say this man and not want to do shit, and probably be on the phone with them like, yo, this shit great. But here's the thing, for me, no, that's not everyone. Like I can't put everybody in there. But 9 times out of 10, I say out of 10 people, 8 people are on it. At this shit, but like I say, some people do it because, like Stack said before. All right, for us, we get together as Greeks or people who went to the same college or university or same school. Because a lot of even hometown football teams, they had a little big rivalry. That brings out a lot of people too. And sometimes it is just for the camaraderie. Like, yo, I ain't seen you in a minute, that's just gonna happen. But for everybody to say they gonna have to cheat, no, I don't believe that. But at the same time, I'm not naive too saying it don't happen. I just can't say it's everyone.
Facts. Mike, You got anything on this Mardi Gras Freaknik or anything in New York that I ain't ever been in New York, so I don't know what type of events y'all have that bring out the freaks and who be losing relationships after those weekends. If you want to enlighten me, let me know.
And they be having some shit out there during fucking Labor Day when the women they be coming out and they have the little carnival lineup over there on Eastern Parkway and shit. I'm not sure if it's still going on over there since the pandemic, but yeah, they be having like from every chick from the islands, every other country. You seen them all lined up, just shaking that ass, just shaking that ass. And everybody get the romping. What I mean by the romping, I don't mean like on some fire shit, because you know they got NYPD over there, but they be getting up behind these chicks, man, grinding them a whole lot of something. They wanting to take them home and shit, make them theirs. But as far as VA, as far as all of that, sometimes they be having certain events go down in the club on top of the what they call them, the building parties, but they be having like the rooftop, dining parties and shit. It go down over there. Like I've seen dudes walk in ahead of their girl, and I be like, "Ain't that his girl? Why is he walking ahead of her? Because he don't want nothing to really do with her like that. With somebody who they may want to meet, and that's considered an open relationship." And as far as the chick, sometimes if they know that they're getting as good over there, and maybe she met somebody, and instead of them going all at once, you start seeing her going by herself. And like Tate said, I would go down whenever them DJs get up in there and they be in the club. You know, you may see your girl walking out, or you may see her walk in, act like she's doing something, dude blowing up her phone. You look at her, yo, who that calling you? Oh, no, it ain't nobody. Next thing you know, she's shaking it up, getting all done up in the bathroom or in the backseat of that car, digging that ass out. Then next thing you know, she running back home before the sun come up with some Cinderella shit. You don't even know. That's how devious it be. Real shit. It goes down. When she come home in the morning, you be like, what the fuck is that snitch? Yeah, I seen that happen. That's what happened to my homeboy. Yo, Johnny put it in his shoe. Come home 3 o'clock in the morning. He's like, yo, what the fuck you been at? Oh, nah, I was over there at my homegirl house. All right, till 3 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. Right.
Facts. All right. So, hey, with that being said, I'm gonna jump to the bars.
Okay. I'm gonna get off of here.
All right, peace, Camille.
All right, bye.
Well, I'm gonna jump to the bars and clubs, and due to the fact that my cousin Big Tate, he a DJ, he probably seeing it all in the bars and clubs. So we're gonna start with Big Tate on this cheating at the club and cheating at the bars, and you know, a lot of times. I see guys coming home the next day and their wife or their girlfriend be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I experienced knowing guys that come home the next day. So what you got, Will, on this bars and club scene, the cheating that goes on up in there?
Look, all right, so I'll give you a little background. So when I moved to Philly, I've been DJing for at least about, I think it's now, I've been DJing for about 18 years, so I just seen all types of stuff. But like, when I moved to Philly, which is a big city, big market, I was single for the most time that I was running, as we call it, the house engineer. I used to run all the sound, all the tech stuff. That was me. I was single during that time because anything walking was liable to get got that while you was in the club. But I mean, I'm not saying that it was about me. It could be anybody in the club, whether security guards, bartenders, other bartenders, owners, the DJs, the whatever. So everybody had they pickings. And then the bad part was, the worst ones was the chicks. The chicks was like, yo, we want her. We want him and her. My dude, I mean, it was like this. It was an open door. Like, it was like, you know, you hear about Studio 56 and all the places like, you're like, oh man, they were like that. Man, that's how it is in most of these clubs. Especially when clubs are like big and doing it. Oh, Nick, y'all thought that whole Belly scene was just some old different shit. Oh, nigga, that was every night. At some spot. So like I say, here's what you get back to. I'm gonna get back to what you're talking about. I done seen married women come in with their rings, with their girls, have fun, You know, we would talk to them, you know, say, hey, y'all cool, y'all need a bottle service, whatever. End of the night, you do the let out, everybody got to go. We push everybody out. They kind of know where to go sit at so they don't get kicked out. And you already know once everybody get kicked out, you already know what you're there for.
Yeah, I know that. The DJs, like my homeboy DJ, he said usually after the club when the doors close and people hanging around, and especially women, they lock that door and they keep the party going on other things. So I heard that story a couple of weeks ago from my homeboy that's a DJ in the city out here. So I could concur on that. But what you think, who get the most play? The security, the DJ, the owners, the club promoters? Who get the most play, you think, from like married women or married men?
Everybody.
Say everybody. It ain't no. The security don't be taking down the most, or what? What you think?
No. Security takes down what they can. Don't get me wrong. But the ones who gonna get the most is the owners. You own this spot? Oh, nigga. But here's the thing, right? Everybody get their cake and they get to eat it there because it's a whole environment. Like, you already know what it is. Like, I mean, I don't want to put myself out there all the way, but like, hey, I don't have my fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it was cool. I mean, the only time, and I can give you a small story. The count room, right? It's usually in a little booth. It's painted black as it is. The lights off. Cats walking in with their dicks out. I got to say, and it was no gay shit. So that's that faggot shit that y'all think. You know, somebody may be thinking. You walk out with your dick and when you come out, you good to go.
Damn, I'm gonna go to Catherine now. You know, Catherine. Since you go to the club solo dolo, how you have experience when you met guys that was saying they was single, and the next thing you know, you look up there in the whole relationship, like going to the club or bars?
Definitely. I've been met guys that said they didn't have nobody and had somebody, and I heard some of my homegirls, they go to the club, they done said, I'm going to find me somebody to fuck to take home tonight. They just straight up said, I've heard dudes say it. That's what they going to get, you know. So definitely the club scene, and I do agree that the owners of the club, they get most of the attention and stuff, because that's where, you know, the person thinking that they got more money and stuff, so they gonna go with them. So definitely, yes.
Big Rich, what you got on this club scene, bar scene thing, man?
Got a whole lot on that, brother. I mean, all I can speak is from the bouncer and the doorman perspective, man. You never go home alone unless you really just want to, man. But it's a hard thing. That's actually, man, for years when I was back in my evil days, a long time ago.
So you about to balance?
I was introduced to having multiple women, man, at the same time, man. I mean, it's right after the bar closes. It could be a slow Tuesday night, or it could be Friday and Saturday night, man. It goes down like that. Some of the cats wasn't like that, man. But as security, I never, man, when I was bouncing, never. It always went down. Whether it was there at the club or whether it was taking it outside and going home, you know, or going to their house. I done had a bunch of them, man. Wake up, here it is, 5 o'clock in the morning. They done dozed off, getting up, acting crazy, running around, throwing stuff around, trying to hurry up to get home before their old man get home because he worked third shift. Or they trying to just get home and act like they was sleep on the couch or they was out with their girls. They lost track of time because I done knocked them on out, man. And that happened a lot, man. That was a whole lot of a whole lifestyle there, man.
I didn't see it. I ain't seen women answer the phone like, hold on. If you know I play a position, you know what I'm talking about. So I ain't seen women be like, hold on, I gotta answer this while they on top of me. Or I'm on top of them. Like, So I know exactly what you're talking about, Big Rich.
Sir.
Because if you play your position right, you're going to see some shit like that. If you be the other guy, you're going to see women answering the phone like, baby, I'm at the store. I got to pick up the meat. And she gets some other meat. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Man, I tell you, brother, I feel so dirty about it right now. And I'm not being sarcastic, man, because that's some low down stuff to do. That's some low vibrational, spiritually corrupt stuff to do, man. But I was all about it, man, back then, man. Today, I wouldn't even think about that, and it disgusts me. Not for them. I'm disgusted with the kind of man I was, man. But oh my God, as a bouncer, man, it was going out all the time, brother.
And then they probably gave you sexual favors so they can get you when they come in. They can just get right in because of you too.
When I was the doorman, yup, exactly, bro. That's where it started, you know.
Mike, you got anything on this? Or did?
Man, that's some wild out shit. But I've seen it go down in the club, man. Like you said before, the chicks be calling the phones and shit. They be with some whole next other random dude. I've seen one call where the dude came to the club, I guess where he met her at, and she ran out through the other way. He ran after her and shit, like literally came into the club, called out her name, and then like the DJ, everybody like stopped, and then the nigga ran after his girl, bro. And I'm sitting in the club by myself because I'm just looking around. I'm like, yo, man, that's some whole fucked up shit. I don't want to fuck with nobody in here, man. You know? Like, come on. She in the club, and, you know, he's that insecure. He's running after her and shit. He get chased out the club. Nah, man. That's a problem. And you know, that's when you can see in clubs get all shot up and shit like that. All that's going on because of the fuckery. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Facts. All right, so we'll move on to the next thing. I'm going to start with Tate on this because he's been trying to get me on these damn cruise ships for like 10 years. And my ass finally jumped on a cruise ship for the first time. And, man, I'm telling you, bro, I felt like a piece of meat on that motherfucker. Women was coming up to me, asking me, you by yourself? You're by yourself? I'm like, damn, it go there? I'm like, damn. I didn't really realize women get that damn horny in that water, bro. But
hey, bro, listen. I told you, I'm gonna tell you, we gonna go on the cruise. Hey, man, listen, cruises are beautiful. They are exotic. They can be arousing because it is water. You're stuck on the ship. It's just like being stuck in a dorm. Like, you're there until you get the hell off of that boat. And let's still call it what it is. It is a free-for-all. I mean, hell, I was on a family cruise, and, like, we joke about it, but it was like, my aunt, who was 80 years old, could have got some ass on the cruise before I did.
damn.
And I was like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, but you're like, what? And it's like, yeah, she found her little dude. I was about to fuck this dude up, and I was so offended. But I had to think, we all here for the same thing, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the cruise, cruises are nice, and then the bad part is Carnival, which is like one of the low budget type of cruises, makes it real easy going to cruise for about $200-$300, maybe $500 for you and your girl. I'll get a room, and it's going down. What it is. Yeah, man.
Hey, and that's a place, I ain't gonna lie, if you a couple and you want to pick up an extra body, that's a cruise ship is one of the perfect places to pick up extra, you know, entertainment. If you got you with your woman and y'all want to try somebody out, take somebody down. I seen that firsthand on the cruise ship too, on top of the thirstiness. So I'm gonna go to Catherine on this one. How you been on a cruise, Catherine? And if you did, how you seen any fuckery on that cruise ship?
I have, but first of all, I want to say I didn't know. Like, the more I'm listening to this, I'm like, man, it is some scandalous women out here. I didn't really think, you know, me as a woman, and, you know, I got my homegirls. You know, your homegirls will share some shit with you, but they ain't gonna tell you everything. You know, some chicks is, they really raw like that, they'll tell you everything they do, but listening to y'all stories from men, it just show that women is really scandalous. I didn't know these chicks be really doing it like that, but it's a little cruise thing. I've been on a cruise. I've been on a cruise, but I went married. You know, I wasn't married with a boyfriend of mine, and I did go on a Carnival cruise, but this it's been years ago. So Carnival, it wasn't as, as cheap when people first started getting this years ago, way long time ago. I did this with the Carnival thing, and it was nice and stuff. But yeah, I do believe it can happen on the cruise ships like that. Because I mean, people, like I say, they drinking, people are relaxing, and they meet somebody. Some people just go to a cruise to find somebody, to just, unwind and do shit that they ain't been able to do. So I know it can happen, but when I went with somebody that I was with, so that wasn't going down. But yeah, I know that can happen too.
Mike, you got anything to say about the cruise ship, man?
Man, I remember it wasn't that far back. It was about like 9 years back. And this is when I first started. Let me just tell you my experience about a cruise ship. So there's this white cruise ship, and I'm not sure where it's at. It's over there in Coney Island, in Brooklyn. And there was a lot of people going in there. And I'm just like, so they're going on a cruise ship? I said, how much is the cruise ship? It was like, it's like, $75. We're going to be out there on the shore for like 4 hours, 5 hours. And the comments that I heard when people were walking past after getting off, because I used to street race over there. And when me and my girl were sitting on the bench, and I didn't realize that the ships move in and out of there, the conversations that I heard, did you see such and such? Yeah, it was such and such in the room on the ship. And I'm like, damn, they managed to fuck for like 3 or 4 hours on the ship. And the admission was only like $75. So $75, you see random people going on there just to go on tour on those ship, and just on the ship or whatever, and there's all kinds of shit going down. All kinds of shit going down. Chicks was with it, dudes was drunk, toe up, girls are drunk, toe up, and they just coming out like, hey, we just got our sex on and shit like that on the ship, it's better than taking a flight. And they do that shit, and that shit is real. That shit is real.
Because I believe every woman wants to have sex in the sea, and every woman wants to have sex in the air. But, unfortunately, we ain't got that luxury to have sex in the air because we got to be on a commercial flight. But that cruise is in the water, bro. It ain't no, that on water something does to people, Big Rich, what you got on this cruise ship stuff, man?
Man, all I've done is hear y'all talk about it, and I've heard people talk about it, man. I look so forward to going on one, man, one day. That's one of the things I've always wanted to do that I haven't done yet.
Well, put that on your bucket list, and if you're a man,
I ain't going with nobody, brother.
Hey, you're a man that want multiple women, go on that motherfucker. That's I'm gonna be honest with you, it goes down. I mean, I remember a chick come up to me, she was with a dude. And she was like, man, she said something to me about something. And I was like, ain't you with dude over there? I seen you over there with dude. She was like, yeah. And I'm mad about it. I'm like, you can't bring sand to the beach, baby. She was like, well, he paid for it. I was like, hey, some things are not worth another motherfucker paying for a cop blocking. You should have just came yourself. Because she sure wanted to get at me. So, but I wasn't gonna do that. I seen her with the dude. I'm like, Karma's a bitch, but she definitely felt it. So I bet you later down on her bucket list, she like, I gotta go on this motherfucker by myself. She was like, because if this guys look like you, because I was with an entourage with my friends that played NFL football, so we all was in shape. There was like 8 of us. We all out there with our shirts off, and the women in there choosing, bro. So she was.
She wanted that gladiator.
Yeah, she wanted that gladiator. So it was going down though. So that's the cruise ship one. All right. So we're gonna move on to and I'm gonna start with Tate with this one, college and like just college period, like right now, my son go to like Ball State's girl go to Purdue. Last 2 weekends, he been going up there. I'm like, dude, you can't stop her from doing what she gonna do if she gonna do something. You know what I mean? So, a lot of times college is a lot of cheating going on college, especially because me and Tate know this for real. But we went around a circle from Kent State, Akron, Youngstown. We ran into chicks with, man, we ran a circle. Even Cleveland State.
Hey, man, we don't tell what happened. We didn't say what
I'm just saying we made a circle around that motherfucker, so we know women that had. We know how women that had men and didn't have men was back 20 years ago. So this 20 years ago, it ain't ain't snitching because it's 20 years ago, bro. But I'm just saying.
No. I mean, put like this, right? College is every mother's dream for their kids, and every father's fucking nightmare. Because we know what it is. Like, you want your kid to experience life, and when we say that shit, you gotta kind of be mindful of what you say when you say experience life, because when you live at home, you follow those rules of home. Well, when you're in college, only rules is, all right, no noise after like 10 or 11 o'clock in the dorms. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Also, no drinking and no smoking inside the building. I ain't saying no drinking or smoking, just inside the building. I mean, it's just like how Outkast talks about that in that one song. You get your first little taste of nightlife. You get your first taste of life in college. You ain't got nobody watching you. All you're gonna go off of is what somebody that taught you what you knew. And from there, you know what I'm saying? It's damn, dog. Like, the shit is great, depending on how you look at it. You know, it was fun for me. I had my fun. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. It's fun. It's a whole different experience. But at the same time, you got to be careful. I know a lot of people who started out college didn't finish college because of having too much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other people like myself who we knew how to have fun and still do what we had to do. So it's all about you and what you've been instilled with going into it.
But we know chicks right now that was going to Kent State, had a boyfriend in Youngstown, or had a boyfriend in Akron, but they was getting it in when they came to our college. That's the point of this one. To talk about, the cheating does go down in college. People say, "Oh, I'm gonna be faithful. My boyfriend go to Kent State." I'm gonna go to Rich on this one. He already know what I'm talking about. Hey, let's just say me and Tate, 2001, our names was around in John Curl. We was in that motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Well, I went to Akron U and Kent State, and for a little while I was going to Case Western Reserve. I was never a student at any of these schools, but I was going there, brother. That's all I can say about that. It goes in any dude, and see, the thing is, at that time in your life, it's a sad thing because a lot of these guys are out there, they girl go off to school like that, and you get caught up with a girl like that, man, and you're in some kind of emotional thing. That's a tragic thing for a young man, because I don't care how well intentioned she is, she ain't your girl no more, man. And this is something we got to tell young guys and let young guys know. When you're at that point in your life, man, think about your education. Think about, getting your money up and improving all other aspects of your life, because at that time, going to school, if she goes, she's gone, dude. It's not you anymore. Believe that.
Mm-hmm. It just was your turn. That's all.
All right. And because you're too young to even get into any of that, and when somebody like me come up on campus and I fall through there, she don't know what hit her, man. So it's somebody coming with a game she's never saw before from wherever she's at in anywhere America.
Uh-huh.
She's never seen this. It's the first time she's been away from home, man, and she run into a cat like me, and she don't know what hit her, man. So it's a good thing, man, for young cats. Don't get caught up at that time in your life.
Facts. Catherine, you got anything on a college aspect of temptation in college or whatever?
I don't have it, not too much for college, because I didn't go to a real campus. Most of my college I did online and stuff, so I don't have it, but I can give an aspect from the military side, which is a lot kind of similar to that. So you go off the basic training, and you get away, and you get to these into your oh my God, in the barracks and stuff, and you living in these barracks, and they got the you got your female side and the men's side, and you go out and then we get our little time on the weekend, and a lot of those people go in and they be in relationships and stuff, but when they get there, you meet somebody else and you going through your experience or whatever, and I've seen a lot of people break up with it. They say they was married, but they meet somebody once they get in there, and you going through basic, and even in AIT and stuff, you go through that and you end up hooking up with another person. You like, man, I done had friends say, well, I'm getting a divorce because me and him, we done hooked up and stuff, and so it's going, this kind of way, and because in the military, when you go like that, when you first get in, you can actually, if you get married, they'll actually send both of the parties to the same location. If you get married, coming straight up out of there, you can go end up at the same place together, stationed in the same duty station. So it happens like that. So yeah, I've seen it on that part. So definitely a lot of cheating, a lot of goes on in the military, a lot of infidelity, a lot. Yes. So. Mm-hmm.
I should put that shit on the list. The military.
Oh yeah, it's a lot to say. You get people as military people, if they would start listening, they can call in. I'm sure it's a lot of damn stories to tell. A lot. Yes.
Mike, what you got on the college thing, man?
Man, that college shit is real. I know because I've been in there. Not as a student, because I got most of my shit online. To get away from the distractions, to make sure that I stay the fuck up from out of there. But yeah, I did my shit online. But the chick I was dating at the time, man, when that Friday and Saturday hit, and motherfuckers ain't going to work and they partying and they going out somewhere, it's like everybody was fucking. Even when I was over here fucking dealing with her, we did our thing in the room and shit. I'm over here, I'm waking up, I'm about to leave and shit. And I seen like two other girls just like partying up on the upper bunk bed and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they say, yeah, we saw y'all making this shit. So what's up? You gonna give me my time or what? I'm like, yo, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. And the thing is, I had to leave because, when they got curfew and shit, the security guard, when you go to check in, I'm on my way out leaving and shit. I snuck in the liquor in the Sprite bottle. And, she wanted to get hit off with some smoke or whatever, so I went to my man, and, he got the smoke or whatever, and then she wanted to try it out for the first time. And when we first smoked, all I saw was, like, shadows behind my fucking hand and shit. First time I ever smoked. I was just like, I woke up, after me and her did the doing shit, and her homegirl was, like, trying to get up in there, and I was just like, look, man, look, I gotta go. Like, she's like, nah, I need this. I'm like, yo, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want no fucking security coming up and, your girl, or the chick you dealing with, I want to say it's my girl, it's just my turn, because, after that shit, I had to push on, but after that whole shit, man, yeah, man, it goes down up in there. You hear, next door, and the fucking dorm room are connected to each other. So, it's easy for somebody to say they got to go to the bathroom next door, make a mistake and walk in your fucking room while you over here beating the brakes off that shit. It go down in them dorms and them colleges, man. Watch out. Hey,
can I say something else today? And then you know what else? Them drill sergeants sleeping with them privates. You get sent to your duty station, your NCO, they sleep with the man, that shit is the military side of it is crazy as shit. I'm telling y'all, it will blow your mind. I'm telling you, that shit, that's why it be so many cases. They try to keep military shit, they try to keep under because they don't want a lot of people involved. They don't want people to know. That's why when these soldiers you find like hearing stories about them getting killed or being sexually harassed, because you get captains, you get sergeant majors and shit that be messing with these young soldiers, these young girls that come in. These young girls, they be fit, they be, they got the kids, they come in and they give them a hard time and they don't know what to do. And it's hard to report these people when they your superior and you got to deal with them. Man, that shit it's really serious.
They have a certain amount of immunity. That's why they get away with certain shit like that. But yeah, motherfuckers be like, drop some draws. Now give me like fucking 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it go down.
That's way worse than sexual harassment on the job. I didn't know it was like that in the military.
I wonder why they get them promotions early.
That's
Yep, happens all the time. Yep.
Wow.
We might have to do a show on that shit. I might have to get some military people I know called in on top of Catherine and talk about this shit. That shit
The
crazy.
story's gonna blow your mind. You need to, because I'm sure you'll hear some shit about people getting married, all the shit they plan, going to field exercises. I know that I had a homeboy that they went out to a field exercise in California. They called half the people out gonorrhea. They was all sleeping around. They went out there for about 2 weeks.
Damn.
Drill starts tonight. Get that drill all right.
All right. That might be on my list of women that are more sexual, because I think I done met military women and they freaks. I ain't met bartenders. There's certain type of women, bartenders, military women, former dancers. It's just certain caliber of women that seen too much. And sometimes, unfortunately, the fast life women have seen a lot.
Wow.
For real.
Yeah.
Not to say you fast, Catherine, but I'm just saying.
No, I didn't take it that way.
But I'm just saying, certain women in certain professions, boy, they know how to get it in. Put it like that. All right, so the next one I'll talk about, and I'm gonna go Tate on this one. Is a lot of times people be cheating inside the church. Let's just be 100. You know, a lot of times people meet people in church and they might be separated or something or whatever. But Tate, since you know you got some things, I know Tate got that church background, so go ahead, Tate, hit me on this cheating in church, man.
Listen, man. Oh, man. Well, you know, the club and the church are very close. I mean, there's a fee to get into the club, and there's tithes and offerings in the church. There's chicks that single in the church with kids and be looking for men's and stuff. And nowadays, and I hate to even go here, but fuck, we here. Hey, I say it like this, man. It's similar people in the same environment, man. I mean, it just is what it is, man. We still human. I mean, no matter how saved we are or how spiritual and how in touch with the Lord we can be, we still freaks and whores and whoremongers and whatever else you want to call us. And I say us because you don't lose your sexuality because you didn't join the church, or it's because all of a sudden, no, I want to be, right with God. Like, the shit is still there. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but that's what it is. It's still there. I mean, I didn't trust me. I didn't see from pastors, of course, met some people in the church, but I didn't see first ladies doing it. I didn't heard stories of kids who got it in with other kids. I mean, I hate to say it nowadays, you got the dudes who get in with other dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like I say, it's everything under the building because that's what the church is.
So
the church should be accepting of all people. So when you get all people, when you start talking and getting different things going, hey.
I seen a guy that was a pastor. His wife passed away, and within a year, he was married to a woman that was already going to that church. She was the new first lady.
Hey, that was a good record. Listen, that was a good record. It took him a year.
Yeah.
I know some niggas. Hey, they right then dropped. There was somebody else in that first seat probably 2 weeks later.
Damn.
A year? Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I had a friend, an associate. He got killed during the funeral. He was funeralizing somebody else and got killed by his mistress' husband.
What the fuck?
The fuck?
Oh shit.
Hey, like I say, I know people 2 weeks later, and I know, like a guy, he was doing a funeral for somebody. The man got mad, like enough of it, and killed him at the funeral. Got the dick.
2-for-1 special, bro.
Damn.
Shit, I'm trying to.
Big Rich, man, what you got on this cheating at the church, man?
Man, I'm just listening, man. But I mean, I've heard stories of and seen a couple examples of the pulpit pimps and the freaky deacons and all kind of things like that, man. And I mean, sometimes these guys, man, they the biggest ones, man. Pastor knocking down a couple of your old ladies in there, and people don't know about it, but he get them emotionally all wrapped up, man, in that sermon, man, and they giving him money, giving him sex, giving him everything else, man. Yeah, it goes down a whole lot, man.
Catherine, you got any? I know Texas got some freaky church people. What's going on in Texas at the church?
That is too funny. You say you got a bunch of them up here. I don't know. You know what? I know it happened. That's all I can really say. I know it happened. So I don't know any stories personally like that, people did this, but I know it does. But
Yeah.
I
know some deacons. Yeah. Deacons are like pimps, man. But okay. Hey, we on live stream on YouTube, Stack 44. If you want to come over there on here and check out the conversation too, and we call in. It's a call-in show. Somebody want to talk about they just relocated to Texas. Hey, yeah. But Mike, what you got on the church thing, man? Cheating going on in the church.
Man, them church freaks, man. The shit goes down in there, man. Like one time I went when my sister had joined the church, and I would say I was about like maybe 16, 17 years old. I went down there to go join the church, and just seeing the amount of different women in there, like married women, like literally coming on to me, and I'm like, damn, that shit kind of like made me feel uncomfortable. Like, yo, they were fucking with a dude that hasn't even that passed puberty, but at the same time, it's just like, yo, they don't care. Like, if she wanna get you, she gonna get you. She gonna get you. If she wanna get you, she gonna get you. She gonna keep making the pass at your ass until you just say, you know what, let's go. You over here, you put me to the challenge, let's go. I'm gonna get you. And the pastors and shit, I even met this one chick that was actually the pastor's daughter, and his daughter was an extreme slut.
Damn.
And she was a real slut. Like she took it all in. Not just the rumors that I heard, but how many niggas she had calling her phone. And that wasn't even being insecure.
Yeah.
So it goes down, it go down, man. Ain't no lie, ain't a lot about that church shit, for real.
Yeah, I mean, even when you go, like, I remember one time I was going around visiting churches for like 2 months, and I got to the point when I stopped standing up when they were like, who's visiting the church for the first time? Because if you stand up, then the thirst starts there. As soon as you stand up, say you visiting, even though they probably ain't seen your face before, but you stand up, you put a spotlight on you because you're gonna get all kind of women or all kind of people coming up to you and come on back and hey, come have dinner at my. I ain't heard all kind of crazy stuff. So yeah, the church thing do go down. Like Tate says, all kind of people that's messed up. It's like a hospital, spiritual hospital. So they're definitely gonna find a lot of people that want to connect with you on soul tie level. So yeah, it goes down in the church. So let's move on to the last. I think this is the last thing. Well, no, I got 2 more things. Concerts. I think concerts brings out freakiness out of people because sometimes people say they're going to the concert, then they go to the concert, then they go to the after party, then it's another after party. So concerts, like big concerts, like somebody bring to the city, bring the freaks out. And I don't think some guys they don't even pay attention because I've been involved with this. Or I'll go to like an after party. I don't go to the concert. Say like Chris Brown coming to town. A lot of women go to that concert. But if he be at the club, and I know Big Rich could talk about after parties because he's a doorman. But those nights when the concert's in town and then the after party and the performers show up at that club, they be looking for the performer. But at the same time, if you're a like-minded guy that look good, they might settle for you, and they men thinking, oh, they just went out for the concert and went to the after party, but it's another after party after that. Big Rich, how you feel about these concert thing, man? Do it lead to cheating?
Oh man, brother, you hit the nail on the head with that one, because a lot of times they have concerts in Cleveland, man, and the bros wouldn't know where the performers are going for the after party. So you had, no matter what club you was working at down in the warehouse district, man, that traffic was so heavy, man. They were in and out of there just searching where they could get with somebody. And if the celeb did come through there, oh my God. You know, and hey, all of you're right. They can't get to the dude or get to the band or the entourage or whatever, but you there and they already worked up, brother. So since they already worked up, and if you looking right, you smelling right, and hey, let's face it, they most likely already under the influence of something when they get there. And you ain't gotta say too much, man. So yeah, it's a whole lot of it, and a whole bunch of them. That's when I would see the ones that were married in groups. It would just be whole groups of married women, man. I mean, not with boyfriends. I'm talking about with husbands. It would be groups of married women, man, just in the warehouse district, just trolling around, trying to look to see where the celebrity went to, you know, and it was crazy, dog.
All right. Hey, Mike, what you got on this concert thing? I know New York throw a lot of big concerts in the summertime, so you probably seen women do the most after these concerts and chasing these guys after these after parties and stuff.
Oh yeah. If they can't get you, especially when, you know what I'm saying, the Locks, Rough Riders, you know, any kind of little concert where they can catch anything up in there, you know, just to be in there. Oh yeah, you're gonna see some shit. I've seen dudes get left, niggas don't know where their girl went. You know, she may come back after a while and just lie and say that she was standing outside the whole time, you didn't see her. What else? Like, men, like shit that be going on in the club. Like, I remember one time I see one chick, fly ass chick. She walked in the club with this dude, and I happen to know the owner. I went up in there and shit, and he's like, yo, come here, Mike, come here. So I went in there, and shit, this is just, you know, on a quick pat down and shit. I'm checking on and shit, because I was working on cars at the time. So he said up and he said, yo, man, have a drink. He was like, yo, do the playback on that video. Remember that chick that was looking over good and shit? He was like, yo, watch this. She was over there in the camera, because, you know, the camera's on the side of the club, because dudes be sneaking in there with their weapons and shit. She's over there blowing on some other dude while in the club. I mean, went outside to go ahead and fuck with some other chicks. So, you know, when they go in there in the flock or whatever, they might not come back out doing what they do or being who they with. They just loose like that. I mean, real loose. No matter if you're married or whatever. And this is the tier of like 20 and up. Just free like that. Supposedly she was married. He was talking to some other chick outside, and I guess maybe she was stalling him, keeping him busy. And she was over here blowing some other dude in the back while his boys was like around, so you can't really see where she's at. And other chicks in there, when they be all sloshed out, you know, you turn your back, if she's that wasted, motherfuckers will walk over with your girl. You gotta be careful with shit like that.
Wow.
Like Rick said, when they be all up and you ain't gotta really say much, you say, hey, come on, baby, come on, let's go back to my spot.
It's funny, y'all act like y'all ain't heard R. Kelly, man. R. Kelly's lyrics was, hey, you don't bring your girl around me.
All right, I'm gonna let you go last. I'm gonna ask Catherine, you got any experiences of women getting in for those concerts, or just get real freaky because it's a concert in town?
No, actually, I don't. I'm gonna leave this one out. I don't know about that one.
What about comedy shows? Because women do the comedy show thing too now. They go out with the girls and then they go to the after party, and next thing you know, they on some other shit. Any comedy shows experience?
No, not for me.
Okay. All right, Tate, what you got on this club with a concert thing that leads to the after party?
Listen, that's how the song starts. After the show is an after party. I mean, listen, I'm a DJ, right?
After the show, it's the hotel lobby.
Yeah, like, dude, it's in the song. It's like, the Springo is in there. Like, dog, like, I can't knock what it is. Just like we talked about earlier, when the money and all that stuff was flowing, like Catherine said, when the drugs were going, when the drink is coming, like, all this stuff adds up into usually open bottles equal open legs. I had an ex-girlfriend who didn't understand that when we was younger. I used to say, ain't nothing else open after 2 o'clock besides bottles and legs. And she would laugh it off like, ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. Like, I know what it is. I don't trip on it because, like, I think as Big Mike said, or Big Rich said, it's only my time. You're not my girl. You're not my wife. So, I mean, this is, I mean, 2 minutes check. I mean, 2 minutes of your current time can fuck up your future because you're not paying attention to like what all is really going on and what's all at stake. I ain't saying don't have your fun because I'm always gonna tell you understand what you're doing, but like I say, it's a lot to be lost. There's a lot of stuff that we say we having fun with. So, like I say, man, the party it is what it is, man. Anybody who got some people to come around, there's music, there's people, like, it just goes down. Like, I can't stop to say that that's just what it is. It goes down.
Okay, it goes down in the DM. No. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about, and this is the last one, is I would say weddings is like wedding weekends. A lot of people cheat on wedding weekends or things leading up to the wedding, the bachelor parties, the bachelorette parties. A lot of guys smash some chicks before they get married. Let's just keep it a buck, you know. And then a lot of times on that weekend when women are feeling all, you know, and guys that know game, they know that women are there to watch a wedding and they're single. Guys might have their girl or you might meet somebody and they got a wedding to attend this summer. You might not have a full relationship with that person and they didn't get a ticket. So then you go off to the wedding, woman or man, and then a guy tell you what you want to hear or the temptation in the air. And next thing you know, you in the sack with somebody on a wedding weekend. So I'm gonna start with Mike on this one. Have you had experiences of knowing any bachelorette or bachelor parties or wedding weekends when people are cheating?
Man, I seen some shit. My cousin's bachelor party. I didn't even know at one point. Like I said, he had like 4 chicks. I mean, like, when I say fully developed, I don't mean fat. I mean just curvy. Every bottle shape, curvy as fuck. And then, you know, after the bachelor party, she's like, oh, you had your fun? Like, you know, when they went to go and get married. So then next thing you know, you see the chicks, they just, you know, they're looking at him. He's about to get married. And I'm just looking the other way like, man, I don't know nothing about this shit. This is crazy. Like, before y'all got married, this is what y'all do. But I understand because I never been married before, you know, and I understand what it is out there. But goddamn, I didn't know that kind of shit goes down like that. But yeah, that like I mean, I'm talking like going overseas and fucking like before you come back on your bachelor, not on some shit that's in the States. I mean, like wild out shit, like you going carnival after carnival after carnival, some shit called Lover's Lane out there overseas. I'm gonna explain details later, but carnival after carnival after carnival, you get not only just 4 girls, but you're walking around and there's just nothing but women. Nothing but women. And you have 11 dudes in there and there's 70 women.
I ain't seen parties like that before.
Yeah, so as far as getting married, like she said, oh, you enjoyed yourself? And I'm just sitting there like, God damn. Like, if only she knew what went on down there. I'm not sure what happened on her end, but I'm sure it was probably just equally devastating.
All right. Big Rich, I know you've been married before. What you got on this wedding weekend cheating or the bachelorette cheating or the bachelor party cheating?
Man, this subject here, man, sort of makes me. I feel bad about it, man. Spiritually, it's another thing that I'm not really proud of, man, because just some of the things I've done in the past, man. You know, attending weddings of fellas that I graduated with, man, or that grew up in the hood and going to their weddings, and just escapades that have gone down with, members of the bridal party, man, or their family right there at the wedding. But the most disgusting is things that I saw, because a buddy of mine I used to bounce with, he worked part-time with this all-male strip, troupe, with 5 dudes. He would do a lot of bachelorette parties with them and whatnot, and they would bring me and a couple of the other guys from the bar as security for them. And you talk about, man, I'd rather a fight break out with 50 guys in the club than to have to deal with somebody. These women were absolutely rabid and ravenous, man, the things that went down. But yeah, you can imagine what would be going down with the women that were at the bachelorette party, man. But I'm talking about the things that were going down with the brides to be, man, because let's just say when old boy, they told you may kiss your bride, man. If you know where that broad mouth was last night, or the other night, ain't no way we wouldn't be here standing at a wedding, man. It was, and they do anything and get down and act like since it's before the wedding that it don't mean anything, man. And it makes you think that is this the dynamic that happens with everybody or with most people? Or what's the percentage of people this goes down with, man? Because I bounced with him for about 6 years at the one club, but I did security off and on with him for like 3 years, man. With him and his all-male dance troupe, man. And them bachelorette parties that they would do, man. Them brides to be just as and it would run the gambit. I mean, it wasn't just they would do white ones, black ones. It was all different races, man. And it's sick, man. We live in a sick world, and I can't point no fingers at nobody because I was part of that old sickness, man, when that was going on.
Oh shit! All right, damn, I forgot who I talked to first. It was Mike. I talked to you already, Mike. It's Captain turn, my bad, Captain. And I go to Tate last. Captain, how you feel about this? Cause Tate do weddings DJing, so I know he's seen some shit. But Catherine, how you feel about bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, and wedding weekends? Do people cheat?
I think they do, yes. I think that's an opportunity for, I've heard the men that do it, definitely before they get married. Not saying females don't do it either, because, they have bachelorette parties and stuff. So I don't know anybody, like I said, personally that this happened or went through an experience like that, but I know it happened.
All right. Tate, what you got on this one, man? I know you be doing weddings and shit, DJing at weddings, man.
Man, you ain't about to fuck up my clientele, man. Listen.
Hey, they don't know they don't see you, bro. They don't see you.
Yeah, they don't see me, but they hear my name, and I do drop my tax, man. Listen, I'll sum it up like this, man. Life is about a game of choice. The stuff that you choose to do today will affect your future. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like Big Richard said, I done seen all types of folks, whether male and female, partaking just whatever the festivities had to offer. I haven't necessarily been married yet, so one day I do hope to get married, and I can say that I do find myself having a different take on things now. I think when I was younger, I thought that was just the whole highlight of getting married was having a bachelor party where you